that, isn't it, for a Wednesday?
Hey, just a quick one on that.
Pardon?
Right, Simon Jordan there, but I know what he was saying there, but Chelsea didn't really have a centre forward, and they won the Champions League, but they've gone and got Lukaku, which makes them better.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be the same with Ronaldo, whoever he signs for? Surely.
I
mean,
think so.
He goes and plays at centre forward in a team that normally could have Ferran Torres in there, although they did have Jesus played in there last year.
Played well the weekend,
and they
by the
did
way,
have Aguero played in there for a few games in there last season. So they did have a centre forward. To say Manchester City didn't have one.
Well, for the majority of last season, they didn't use one, did they?
Yeah, well, they used whether it be Ferran Torres in there, whether they used Foden,
Kevin De Bruyne
whether they used
played
De Bruyne.
them.
Yeah, they played all sorts. But like I said, Chelsea didn't. Do you know what I mean? And
No, but
you're
Chelsea won a
always
cup
looking to
competition.
evolve.
Chelsea won a cup
from the Champions
competition.
League, mate.
No, listen, I know that, but what I'm saying is if you're going to try and win a competition with 38 games throughout the season, you need someone to bang goals in consistently. You do. It's very difficult to win the Premier League without a recognised number 9, isn't it? Very, very rarely does that happen.
Well, Man City did it.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The exception to the rule.
I still think when you're looking at Ronaldo, even at his age, we're talking about age in sports. When you look at Jimmy Anderson, what he's doing now on the world stage, doing it for England at cricket, doing it today at Headingley, and he's 39. You know what I mean? I think sometimes we look at an age, we look at ages, and we write people off before we probably should. Don't you think?
I think nowadays, yeah, it's totally different now being 36, 37 compared to when you were that age when we were a kid.
Well, me as a sportsman, I mean, if I got to, I mean, most of guys who I play with, if you could get to as a bowler 33, 34, you'd had a great career.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous to get there. It was almost like a rare thing. But now these guys, they're proper athletes. They're looked after properly. Do you know what I mean? They have people giving them dietitians, giving them the right food and how to live, and physios and personal trainers. They all supplied for by the teams they play for.
Look at Mark Williams. Mark Williams of the weekend won the British Open in the snooker world.
Well, there you go,
these
mate.
young kids
It's just
coming
totally
through.
changed now. It's totally changed.
Let's talk about Ronaldo, because as a United fan, I would be heartbroken, absolutely heartbroken. I know I'm going extreme here, but genuinely, if Ronaldo went to City, I think he'd be dead to me. I think I'd just look at Ronaldo, as much as I adored him and loved him and what he did for my club, it would all count for nothing. His history at United, in my mind, would be wiped.
But what about all the other players that have done it?
I know. Listen, Dennis Law did it. And there's that famous
Dennis Law.
I know.
Andy Cole.
I know, but it just feels.
Owen Hargreaves.
Yeah.
Well, he's done it.
I know, but it just feels. It's something. I'll
Brian
tell you what it is.
Brian Kidd.
I'll tell you what it is. Right? Is the relationship in my mind that Fergie's got with Ronaldo. There's that father-son thing going on there, and they've got mutual respect. The fact that I've heard Ronaldo talk about his love for Manchester and one day he'd love to go back there.
Okay, then we'll tell Manchester United to sign him then.
No, but that's besides
the
the
point. So
point.
how can you criticise him if he's put it out there, and if they've had a word with Manchester United, say, listen, Ronaldo might be available. You pay him these wages, you get him on the cheap, won't cost that much. Manchester United can afford him.
But Ronaldo shouldn't want to go there.
Now, hang on a minute. He said in the past he won't play for him, hasn't he? Because
but he shouldn't want to go there. He shouldn't want to go there.
So where do you want him to go, Burnley?
I don't care. It's like someone phoning me up and asking if I want to go to Magic FM. I'm not going, right? I'm talkSPORT. I'm not going. I'm not playing Kylie Minogue for 8 hours a day.
I wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't believe you.
I should be so lucky. But he just shouldn't be going there. There's just things you don't do when you're an absolute superstar and idolised. Okay, prime example, Cantona. Eric Cantona would never in a million years have gone to City. It just wouldn't have happened because he's better than that. Ronaldo shouldn't do it. Shouldn't even be in his thought process. Let's speak to a United fan. Kev joins us. Hi, Kev.
Hi, Andy. Hi, Darren. You right?
Yeah, good.
How would you feel if Ronaldo went to the dark side?
It'd be heartbreaking. I think everything he's done, like you said, would just be completely gone. I can't imagine there'll be a single United fan that'll, applaud him or be happy that he's gone. You mentioned about Fergie. I think even that, I think he'd think very different about him.
Okay, would Manchester United sign him then? Would you want Manchester United to sign him?
Of course, we've all been waiting for him to come home for how
So why
long?
don't they then?
You tell me. It'd be like he's coming home, but he's going to go stay with your neighbour.
Well, I'm sure they've put that out there, and he's asked about whether Manchester United would be interested. Surely.
You'd like to hope so, but if it comes, so they're looking at 25 million. You're paying 600k a week.
Yeah,
that's not just absolute steal for 2 years for we're crying out for a finisher, like a stone cold finisher.
Yeah.
He is that. For 2 years, it's going to take us to the top. It's going to make us compete for the league this year. Like, you know, I know we're talking about a project, but at the moment, teams are moving so quick. Look at Chelsea. We need to be there now. We can't be waiting 5 years again. It's been 9 years by the end of this season.
All right, listen, thanks for your call. I agree. If there's talk that Haaland might be going to United when he's, you know, next summer, etc. If United could get a Ronaldo for the next 2 years, what a push that
Okay,
could make.
then. So, Manchester United, if they're favourites to get Haaland, which you seem to think so, right?
And the papers, not just me.
So if they went and, so if they went and got Ronaldo now, what do you think Haaland would do next year? Think he'd still come to Manchester United?
Because he's 22.
What if Ronaldo signs a 2-year contract?
Yeah, of course he would be.
Wouldn't he just go to Man City where he'd be number 9?
No, he'd be the number 9. He'd be the number 9 at United, Haaland, without a shadow of a doubt. You know that. With a year left on his deal, Ronaldo's going to be, you know, he's not going to play every single game. And United would just be stronger. Haaland, Ronaldo, Bruno, Sancho, Greenwood, Rashford, Pogba. Fantastic, frightening. Keep your calls coming in 08717 2233. I want to hear from City fans as well. Do you think just quickly, yes or no, do you think all City fans would want Ronaldo now they've not got Kane?
I think they would, because I think they'd love another sign.
Just to rub salt in.
They just want another advert.
Sure,
Welcome to Manchester.
You're probably right.
Can you imagine that Ronaldo? I still think with Ronaldo, if he goes to PSG, can you believe that? The biggest two players
ever.
You could argue that, right?
Yeah.
Ronaldo and Messi playing in the same place.
You want that,
You
don't
saw their following go up, right?
PSG.
Yeah, PSG. Can you imagine then they go get Ronaldo and they get Ronaldo's following? He's the most followed sportsman, isn't he?
Yeah.
So you take him to PSG. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I think the football purists would love to see Messi and Ronaldo for 2 years in the same team.
I'd like to see them together. Yeah.
Lots to talk about. One today. I'll get involved. 08717 223344. You listen to me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Goff on Drive on talkSPORT with WeBuyAnyCar.com. Sell your car in 3 simple steps.